Hello everybody, Dan Babis. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé here on the channel. Alright, so it feels good to be back. We took a day off yesterday for the Super Bowl. As you guys probably know, the show was also off yesterday because of the Super Bowl. So it's coming back this week. The Super Bowl is done. That's it. No more football, at least until the fall. So we're good in terms of 90 Day Fiancé, at least on that front for the time being. So today we have a story for you about Mike and Ximena. Now, this is a story that kind of wrapped up almost already on the show. We kind of know where this is going, at least on the show. Mike is going back to the U.S. He also proposed to Ximena, and that's basically where we're at least in terms of the timeline on the show. Now, we do have an update for you guys in terms of where this couple is going based on some hints that we saw on the internet. So if we just go back a little bit, before I get to that story, I just want to go back a little bit because this is an odd couple, and I think I did a video on this maybe a week or two ago. I just don't really understand this couple. A lot of couples are, I don't know, mismatches or just not compatible. But Mike and Ximena are one of the least compatible, at least in my opinion. And the reason for that is because they just seem like very different people. So on one hand, you have Ximena, who is this 24-year-old Colombian girl, and she really digs the bad boys, like a lot, to the point that she went to prison because she liked this guy so much, and she got pregnant while doing a visitation in prison. She was so irresponsible that she let a guy that was convicted of a crime impregnate her in prison, knowing that that guy was never going to be there for her child. That is some truly shocking behavior. It's just a level of irresponsibility that I don't think I've ever seen from anyone, not just on the show, but period. It's truly shocking stuff. And of course, this is not the only instance of Ximena being irresponsible or just downright careless. I don't know what the proper word is because Ximena kind of scares me a little bit, I have to say. I mean, she is only 24 and she has a 9-year-old. So she was, she was pregnant and gave birth when she was about 15. She's had a hard life, that's for sure. She's had a difficult life. So you can kind of see why she's clinging on to Mike, even though she says Mike is not usually the kind of guy that I'm attracted to. In fact, she's almost, I think she said it outright, that she's just not really that attracted to Mike. And of course, we've learned that Mike likes to fart and belch and just kind of be, I don't know, he's a little off-putting in terms of his hygiene. He throws his stuff on the ground. And, when they were making out, he let out a fart. And Ximena was not very impressed. I mean, I can't blame her. Really, that was that was kind of weird and gross. But then, of course, Mike kind of laid the ADHD excuse on Ximena and said, sorry for all of my faults. It's not my fault. It's because I have ADHD, which is really kind of weird to me to blame all of his problems on ADHD. But that's what he said. Now, Mike, on the other hand, he is this 34-year-old man. He's from New York State. Seems to be stable, seems to have a stable life, but doesn't have a lot of girlfriends. Now, many people on, that have been commenting on the show thought that Mike was a virgin because his last girlfriend was like 15 years ago or something, when basically he was still a teenager. But Mike went online and said that he was not a virgin, at least not before Ximena. So, I don't know. They just seem like a weird match. And, of course, we also learned that, Ximena also hangs around serial killers or hitmen, I should say, and drug dealers and all kinds of just horrendous bad people. And that's usually her type. And also, as a result of all her bad decisions, she got her tubes burned. And so she can never, ever, ever, ever have kids ever. And honestly, out of everything else, I think that's really the part that would be the deal breaker. Mike wants to have kids. He will never be able to have kids with Ximena, and he has to take care of her 2 kids, which is, I don't know. I don't know how Mike can do that, honestly. I don't think that I could do it. So, but Mike seems like that's what he wants to do. So let's get to the story today. This is a story that is going to be coming from Screen Rant, And so Mike and Ximena's Instagram goof reveals relationship status. So let's take a look at what it says right over here. So 90 Day Fiancé couple Mike Burke and Ximena Morales confirm if they are still together or if they have split in their separate IG updates. So both of them went on Instagram separately, and both of them posted updates separately. And there is a hint in their posting that will tell us something about their relationship. So let's just scroll down a little bit here. Mike and Ximena unknowingly revealed if they are still together after 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days via an Instagram blunder. 24-year-old Ximena and 34-year-old Mike are stars of the 90 Day spinoff. It's ongoing season 5 and slowly emerging as the fan favorite couple. I'm not sure. Do you guys agree with that? Do you think they're the fan favorite couple? They're not my favorite. They're not. I don't mind them, but they're not my favorite. After having chatted with Ximena online for about a year, Mike, with barely any experience in relationships, thought he'd found a girl he'd marry. Major language barrier aside, which they only know basically, well, at least Mike only knows one sentence in Spanish: "Te amo, te amo, te amo, te amo." He just repeats that ad nauseum. With barely any, with the language barrier, he also was supporting Ximena, who had financial difficulties, and was honest about her intentions of using Mike for money. Seeing that Ximena probably loves Mike's wallet more than him, some fans asked him to reconsider things. But instead, Mike and Ximena got engaged in episode 9 in the sweetest proposal 90 Day Fiancé fans have recently seen. There are quite a few things about Ximena's history, including her having dated dangerous men. That's putting it mildly. In her past, or getting pregnant with a man she'd met online who was behind bars. It struck viewers as odd. Meanwhile, Pereira resident Ximena hesitated in getting married to Mike, since it would mean she has to mother him and clean up after him, as he's messy. However, Mike assured Ximena she was safe with him, and she, in return, comforted him when Mike admitted he has ADHD. Naysayers thought that perhaps Mike and Ximena are really meant for each other, and others are out of each other's league. This seems to have been confirmed by some recent Instagram posts made by Mike and Ximena, which hint at their current relationship status. Reddit user DarkGrand83 stumbled upon 2 separate updates by Mike and Ximena in which they are sitting at the same restaurant. So there you have it, guys. The blue wall in Mike's post caption. Let's just take a look. Let's scroll down. So here is the caption right here. I hope you guys can see that. So you can see on one side there is Mike, and on the other side is Ximena. Behind Mike is a blue wall, and behind Ximena is a blue wall as well. Mike's caption reads, "Hi everyone, just stopping by the IG to say hi. Hola a todos, solo pasaba para saludar." And then Ximena also says, just, Ximena and the boy. So she just updates, doesn't really post much, but you can see that the background is exactly the same. And so that leads us to believe that Mike and Ximena are still together. In fact, not only are they together, but it looks like they are still in Colombia. So let's take a look at the rest of the piece here. Mike is currently in Colombia, and he is rumored to be filming a new show for 90 Day Fiancé with Ximena. Another major clue about the relationship is that her Instagram bio revealed, and it now reads, Mike B90 Day. More so, a story by Ximena's brother Jose had him tag both Mike and her in his night out update, confirming the New Yorker's location and love life with the Colombian beauty. At this point, Ximena is being ridiculed for asking Mike to pay for a plastic surgery. A preview for 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days episode 10 has Mike suspecting something's off about Ximena, but at the same time, she's also wanting him to help her get breast augmentation. Newer posts on Ximena's Instagram feed suggest that she did get her breast implants, and there are updates about her getting liposuction as well. But Ximena not responding to any of Mike's romantic comments on her post was making fans worried that they did split, which is something that they don't need to worry about anymore. So there you have it, guys. So that is the update on Mike and Ximena. So by all accounts, this couple is still together. So a bit of controversy there because, Ximena, she's already depending on Mike, to pay for. Mike is paying for a place, paying for food. He's paying for stuff for her boys. And now Ximena also wants to get plastic surgery. So I would say that's a very troubling sign. Now, we know from past experiences, we know from, Larissa Dos Santos, that, that is a path that can lead to serious trouble for a couple on 90 Day Fiance. So, Mike, don't pay for the plastic surgery. She's only 24 years old. I don't know if at 24 you really need that plastic surgery. But besides that, it's the message that it sends that if you're willing to pay for a house, you're willing to pay for her kids, you're willing to pay for a plastic surgery, this woman, she owns you. And I don't think you want that message, Mike. So I don't think that you need to pay for a plastic surgery because I don't know. I think Ximena is trouble for Mike. I've always thought so. I mean, she wasn't very dishonest about it. She admitted she wasn't attracted to him. And now she is trying to use him to pay for a plastic surgery as well. So very worrying signs. And if Mike gives in, I think this will just be the beginning. He'll have to keep giving and giving and giving. And this relationship will end in a total disaster, which, by the way, I still think that it will because, where does Mike go with Ximena? If he can't have kids with her, what does he do? Where does this relationship go? So you guys let me know what you think about that. Let me know in the comment section down below. I know most people are not on Ximena's side. I will say one thing positive about her is that at least she's very candid. She's very honest, and that's very refreshing. She's not necessarily very guarded. She's admitted everything that she's done. It shocked us because it's shocking, but at least she's very honest. So that's one thing that she has going for her at the very least. So let me know what you guys think about this whole thing down below. Do you want to see Mike and Ximena come back on the show? It looks like they're filming for another season of 90 Day Fiancé, so it looks like we're going to see them again. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please hit that subscribe button down below for more content from Daily Soap Dish, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.